Guten Tag, mir, wie geht's? Moi, Dieter, ich bin Dieter. Special, oh well, is it special? It's an earmark or watermark day to day, because this is Dieter's 1,000th video. I've done so many, I don't even know what I've done, and I look back at some of them. There's Fat Dieter, there's Younger Dieter, there's Obese Dieter, there's Demented Dieter, there's Texas Dieter, there's French Dieter, there's Quebecois Dieter, there's English Dieter, there's Aussie Dieter, and there's a lot of Dieter in there. And I look at some of it and I go, what was I thinking? Anyway, it's been fun. So yeah, morning coffee, video 1000. So in our captive audience today is the actual Boucher Amber Burst Heritage Goose 56. That's the actual one. That's over at the acoustic room. That's the one I want. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I gotta put some more money in my jar, which is over there. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So last night I was at this, using the ShamWow microphone today, and I'm using my little Fender here. Blues Junior. And I've got my my 51-year-old Norman with, I'm using the K&K pickup in that through the Blues Junior. Nice guitar. So this is a funny story, because you know me, I like to tell stories, and if I can't tell the story on my 1000th video, then what am I doing this for? So last night I went to Deb's house, and she showed me that she had this really nice 1961 Martin that her dad bought her. It was really fancy, but didn't have a truss rod, so the action was it was one of the better sounding Martins I've ever heard, but the action was really high because the neck over the, how old would that be? 39 and 24. Do the math, people. 39 and 24. Is that 63-year-old guitar? But a very nice, fancy one. So I showed her this. She liked this too. I always have fun at this thing, because now I'm not biased, really. Well, maybe a little bit, but there were a lot of Gibsons and Martins at the thing last night. But this was the best sounding guitar there. And I don't get into this with Martinites anymore, or Taylorites, or whatever. You have what you have, and if it's a good guitar and you're happy with it, that's good enough. But don't knock something just because it has a name on it that isn't Martin or Gibson or Taylor, because there are other people that make really fine guitars. And this is for Jeremy Shepard, the guitar hunter. Dieter likes gold accents, so he put real fancy $250 these cost. Top of the line Goto tuners on his Norman. Aren't those sweet? Those kind of butter bean shape. Beautiful tuners. Goto. Gotoh. Make really good tuners. So I put 250, with tax they were almost $300 tuners on this. It's got a bone nut that I shaped myself. It's got a tusk saddle, ebony bridge pins, and I had it refretted by a good luthier up in Stratford about 15 years ago. So this is a sweet guitar. Now I think I had it tuned to 440 because, you know, you're kind of a pretentious fuck if you go to someone's house and they're all tuned to 440, and we had a keyboard player too who was pretty good, and you say, oh no, I tuned to 439. Yeah, it's at 440, so I'm gonna tune it to this with you know my with this Polytune tuner. I tune it to, it only goes to 435, so go to 435 and then tune it to D sharp. You can hear it's quite a bit lower than standard 440. Sometimes it helps when you pull the strings to settle them in there. And humidity doesn't help either. Now I'm going to tell you a bit about, you have to be careful when you go to these open mic things like or jams. My friend Matt, he likes to go 2 or 3 times a week, but you know, I don't, because what you find is you find that this hasn't happened here yet, but you'll find that if the same people keep showing up, they have preference for certain songs, and you can get into the habit of just doing, you know, the same 20 or 30 songs every time, and that's no good. I like to learn new stuff. So one of the reasons they like having me there is because I play stuff that they haven't played, and they're polite. They'll sit and listen to it and go, oh, okay, that's nice. But it's not a teaching session. It's just people like they're getting rid of stress, and they're just enjoying it. And Deb was really good last night. She even pulled out a violin. She's got a double bass there. She's got pedal steel guitar, so it's a fun place to go to. And she's a very good hostess. She passes around a few Zambucas and stuff. Anyway, I digress. So, what was I getting at? Yeah, Video 1000. So. But you know, I've been playing this song a little more, so I'll do it. You've heard it before, but see, so Video 1000, we got to do it again, right? Now in the morning you go gunning for the man who stole your water, and you fight until he's done in, but they catch you at the border. And the mourners are all singing as they drag you by your feet, but the hangman isn't hanging, and they put you on the street. Yeah, you go back, Jack, and do it again. Wheels turning round and round, you go back, Jack, and do it again. When you know she's no high climber, and you find your only friend in a room with your two-timer, and you're sure you're near the end. So you love a little wild one, and she brings you only sorrow. All the time you know she's smiling, she'll be on her knees tomorrow. Yeah, you go back, Jack, and do it again. Wheels turning round and round, you go back, Jack, and do it again. Now you swear and kick in Vegas that you're not a gambling man. Then you find you're back in Vegas with a handle in your hand. Your black card cards can make you money, so you hide them when you're able. 'Cause in the land of milk and honey, you must put them on the table. Yeah, you go back, Jack, and do it again. Wheels turn round and round. You go back, Jack, and do it again. I love it when it breaks up, when your acoustic guitar is breaking up on your little Fender Blues Junior here. Anyway, let's do it again, mes amis. Will Dieter hit 2,000 videos? Who knows? Oh, maybe he'll get to 1066 like the Norman conquest of the British Isles and stop there. That would be 66 more. Anyway, happy plucking, mes amis. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. No matter where you go, there you are. And oh yeah, I guess we should toast video number 1,000 with some Jimmy Beam Red Stag for my Martin Taylor Gibson Fender loving American friends. Yeah. If you're wondering why the bottle's getting down there, it's not because I drank all that. I bought a bunch of stewing beef at Costco the other day. And stewing beef, if you marinate it for, I marinated it for about a day and a half in alcohol. I like the cherry flavor. It makes the stewing beef really nice and tender. So that's my cooking tip for you. And here's to all you guitar playing fools and lovers of these fine instrument. Whether you have a Taylor, Martin, Gibson, Boucher, Norman, Yamaha, and if I leave anybody out, you know I don't intend to. Whatever you have, if it's a good guitar and you enjoy it, that's all that matters. And please, don't be a snob and snub people and say, you can't play in our bluegrass band because you don't have a Martin. Be a little more welcoming. Be a little more welcoming with your fellow guitar players. That's my advice today. Cheers. Happy plucking. And those of you who can afford to go without a hamburger and a Coke, or a vegan sandwich and a coffee, or 2 fancy chai lattes, hey, help a buddy out. Help a buddy acquire his dream guitar, which he will unselfishly share with y'all. Share with y'all. I'm not expecting a freebie here. You know, I'm putting everything I can, even if I have to buy it on my own with the little help I've gotten so far. I'm gonna get that dang Boucher, because I've got my mind focused on it. And when Dieter focuses, watch out. Watch out. Dieter's name.